Assassin. What's up? What's happening? And we are here in the Tackle Tavern, guys. Now, when we were out on the water, we talked about the jitterbug having a problem. So this jitterbug rig has a problem. The reel is all friggin'. It's got a lot of line twists, so we bird's nested a a perfectly good spinning reel. Ended up bird's nesting it. We will try and get this bird's nest out. Now, this could take seconds or this could take a really long time. I'm going to say that it's going to take somewhere in between seconds and a really long time. But let's see if we can get this out of the way. What up, bro? Tackle Tavern doing a little bit of maintenance. So when you cast this jitterbug, bro, he likes to go around doing all kinds of flips in the air like he's all cool and stuff. And then he ends up giving a lot of line twist. So because of that, I'm going to have to go and fix it. And you guys are going to be able to see the gross line twist that I got. So I'm going to have to take this off and yo, what up? No BBLs. No BBLs, bromance. All right, guys. Look, this is one of the problems that we got. We got this freaking knot right here. It's ugly. Oh, Miklo's in the house. So we're going to do our trick. Our trick is just to get a toothpick and start picking at this and going from there and getting these areas. Let's make sure that it's in focus. Get these little loops out. We were doing this out on the water, but it was windy that day, so we couldn't actually do it correctly. The wind was blowing the line all over the place. Now, I'm hoping that one of the sponsors comes in and says, "Oh, this guy should be a hand model. Get cute. His hands are very delicate. Looks like he's never worked a day in the fields in his life." But they would be wrong. All right, guys. See, that one was easy. So that piece is done. Now we're going to have to look and see what exactly is going on here. We've unraveled that. Okay, now we're down to this piece. This is mad line twist, guys. Did you cut off all that good braid, bro? You didn't even. I wish I would have untangled that for you, dude. But I guess we didn't have enough time. All right, bros. Boom. Now that's done. There is one more in here, guys. I told you guys this is going to be real quick or it's going to take some time. Let's spool the rest of this. Take that off of there. There's one more on here. That's, watch, you can see it right there, guys. That's super nasty. Look at that. What is this all about? It's gross. That should be the last one right there. This little knot right here. This one might take a little more effort. It is nice and bundled up here. But if you take your secret tool, guys, and the secret tool is this toothpick, all you got to do is start picking at this. Kind of like Colin was picking at the song Mountain Dew and Honey Buns. He was picking it on his guitar. You just pick at it for a little bit. Oh, yeah, that is also an option, Kendall. But seeing as how I've said it many times, I'm Mexican, bro. I can't throw stuff away. I have to friggin' get this to work. I wish it was Nazook. I wish this was Unlimited's fishing reel so that I could fix it for him, but he took off without me fixing it. So he said he just razored the whole thing off. So super sad that he went and did that, but it's just life, bro. Some fishing line company made a lot of money because he had to respool, but they're not gonna make any money off of me. Oh, I shallow, bro. I'm doing. You guys remember that thing where you did like you wrapped it around your fingers like this, and then you had someone put their hands through a hole, and then you went, and then ended up catching them or not catching them. Bro, that's what I feel like when I'm doing this. I'm just, here doing this stuff and be like, okay, put your hand through this hole. And now tell me you guys know, tell me you guys know about that game. Because that game was the bomb. If you guys didn't know about it, I'm gonna have to freaking I'm gonna have to Cat's Cradle. The moderator knows about this game. Dude. Life is kind of like a rat's nest. Dude, that game was cool. Maybe that's why I try and fix these, because it reminds me of the past. Not too many things remind me of the past nowadays, guys. Some things make me wish I was in the past, but not a lot of things remind me of the past. Oh, look at that, guys. Here we go. And just like that, we are free. I told you guys this would take either a really long time or a little bit of time. But let us keep on pulling out line, because we're going to have to take out this line twist. We are still not out of the woods. Yo, what's up, John? What is happening? From Pecos? Oh, Pecos, Texas? In the house, I assume? What's happening? All right, guys, so we have a whole bunch of line out on the floor. So, Steve, the way I do this is I'm just going to reel it in, but I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it up top. Hey, you guys see my tan line? Look at that. I got a brown hand and a white arm. Look at that, bros. It's like I got a reversed Mickey Mouse tan. What is that all about? So I'll just hold it up here, dude. And then I'll just reel it in, and that line twist keeps getting pushed out. So you should be able to see it kind of twisting. Watch, let me reel it in, and then it's going to start twisting up. You see how it's twisting up on my fingers? That's because it's pushing all the line twist out. So I expect that to spin quite a few times. And then I'll just keep pulling it and just letting it spin out. And then at the end, the jitterbug will spin around. Oh, that's my homie, man, Tony. What's up, man, Tony? You're out here trying to be a freaking dude in disguise. Que pues? Brought that hybrid fluorocarbon, and the line twist is crazy. Well, I guess it just depends on what he's throwing, because if you're throwing like a freaking minnow or something, they sometimes get that twist in them. This came from the jitterbug spinning around like crazy, either in the wind or just on every single cast. So I just wasn't paying attention and doing this, because I should retrieve it with some tension like this, squeezing the line every so often, so I can get this line twist off. But it's slowly working its way out there. Man, Tony, what is this running joke that you have? And remember, it's got to be close to PG 13, bro. Let me pull this other side so I can get some of this slack out of here. Oh, look, we got another bird's nest trying to form right here, guys. It's trying to, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll actually let it go all the way through that guide and see. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Something weird is happening up there. We're going to have to undo another one of these because it's getting weird up there. Let's see what mess we've gotten ourselves into now. All right. Somehow this has gone through all the guides. I got to get it through all these guides. Hey, look at this, bro. Well, this guide got squished. It's not even right. Let's bend it back to right-ish. I don't know what exactly right is, but to right-ish. I got to be careful with my clown feet, apparently. I'm stepping on some of these guys. All right, so we got another one. No big deal. We'll figure this out. It's just when the line twist was starting to come out, it just started to get all crazy on itself again. But we got the toothpick somewhere. We'll make it work. All right, that's done. There's another one right here. Oh, so you guys were playing some games. What happened to our toothpick, guys? We lost it. Where is our toothpick? We cannot proceed without the toothpick. Or maybe we can. I stand corrected. Now I'm just pulling the line through the top portion. That way, if there's any tangles or stuff, it'll be out there. We got a little one right here. No big deal. Dude, I will only use these open face reels if I was fishing a dock because with a bait caster, I get too many bird's nests. I'm not good at skipping, bro. I can skip school. I can skip other things, but I cannot. I mean, I don't practice, so that's probably the problem. But I cannot skip to save my life. Now, what the heck happened to that toothpick? You guys see that toothpick? See what I did with that toothpick, guys? Huh. What the heck? Where is that toothpick? I know I didn't just throw it away. All right, guys. I'm going to have to... Yo, moderator. Is there any way you can give me another toothpick? I don't know where this one went. Is it in my pocket? Yo, man, Tony, you better zoom in, bro. I need your help, dog. What the heck happened to that guy? I only needed one. All right, so the moderator came in, saved the day, like always, and brought 2 toothpicks instead of 1. It's right at the top of the screen. Don't play with me, man, Tony. Moderator already brought us some, so we're good. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm trying to take out this little knot right here. So we're back to unknown how long this is going to take. This is a little knot right here. This one is going to be a little bit more time consuming because I didn't ease up on it. Kind of tighten down on it. So that's going to be an issue. I think I see it. All right. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, dude. So tomorrow, the weather is kind of iffy. The weather's kind of iffy, and we're going to see. We probably will stay kind of close because there we go. We're going to probably stay close because we don't want to get caught in a thunderstorm somewhere down the lake. So now we got the line all set up over there. We will continue the process. I think it'll be good until around 11. Be good until 11. So we'll stay close, Kendall. That way we don't push it because we don't want to do anything crazy out there. All right. So right now it's starting to kind of get tangled up. I'll show you guys the tip right here. Phrasing, but it's starting to get tangled up here because the line twist is starting to go out towards the bait. Honey, we'll just hold it again and keep on reeling it in, keeping your fingers tight on that line. That pushes that line twist out towards the bait. How do you enter, Josh? Bro, my dude, all you got to do is be a subscriber and put a comment in my 2.2K subscriber giveaway video. That's all you got to do, dog. And that's how you enter. So now our line twist is officially out of there, bros. Washalo, brand new looking spool. Dang, look at that. Now that we couldn't do on the water because it was all windy, and it's just easier to handle business here in controlled environments. So this was the culprit. This jitterbug right here. This blade right here catches a lot of air. Oh, you're halfway there, dog. And don't forget, Josh, that we keep doing them, bro. So there'll be more. Did you guys see me catch this jitterbug with a hook in my finger? Dang, washalo. So, what do you call it? Josh, if you go to that subscriber giveaway video, we're going to have that drawing this Friday. We'll have it at 5 p.m. Central, and then after that, we will we'll start another one for the 2.3K subscriber giveaway video, dog. Because we keep giving out them gift cards. Put the jitterbug on a bait caster? No way, bro. So I can have more problems? No way, dog. Plus, all my bait casters, they're for man baits, bro. That jitterbug, he's kind of light. All right, guys. Since I lost Don's chatterbait, and the other one has a big hook, I'm gonna end up switching to one of these, but not right now per se. I'm just gonna set them up. I gotta see if these guys also have big hooks or if they have that little hook. So let's check it out. Let's check out what... This looks like a smaller hook to me. The other hook, I mean, I can get it right here. Because I'm going to set it up. I'm going to put a trailer on it. Get some of this stuff done while we're here rather than out on the water. Or at least attempt to, because I'm over here tangled up. All right. All right, so this chatterbait over here, it has, well, I left them over here. It has a big hook, and that hook, I think, is the reason that we're missing fish. All right, well, good luck, Josh. So, watch, bro. This hook, where you at? Okay. So that hook is kind of small compared to this one right here. I bent the hook back in, so that should help, but I bent the hook back in, but it is still a hefty hook. You guys should be able to see the size difference right here. What? Let me make it focus. There is a definite size difference in those two hooks. So this hook, I think, is super big, and I think that's why they can shake that chatterbait off. I like the smaller hook. Again, well, actually, I'll show you guys the big hooker. I'll show you the big hooker, and then you guys will be able to see the difference between that jig hook. I might have showed you guys. Would I be interested in live streaming a catfish? Live streaming catfish with deer meat. I've never actually thought about that. So I would have to think about it, homie. We'd see how entertaining we could be. Trying to catch some cats. I mean, you know, I accidentally catch cats every now and then. But not intentionally. Let's check this chatterbait right here. See the size of the hook and the type of blade. All right, this hook looks a little bit bigger. This is one of those bigger chatterbait hooks. So I'm going to try and stay away from that hook. These are all Don's chatterbaits. But there is a size difference in those hooks. That is a definite size difference. So we're going to stick to these two right here. I'll probably go with, I mean, these two basically look the same. So we'll put this one back in the bag. I mean, I guess we can, when times get tough, we're going to have to throw that if we don't have any more chatterbaits left. But for the time being, we're going to throw the smaller hook ones because those are the ones that I like. Tomorrow, I'm going to still throw this bigger hooked one just at the beginning. I'm going to throw it so that I can see if it if it'll be able to land a fish. Now we're living on the edge by throwing it, but you got to try it out because I did bend the hook back. So since I bent the hook back, it should have a chance. Then I went to the GTO to buy some of these Z2s, bro. These are the Z2s that I've been putting on as a trailer. These guys, they last longer. That's why I like these. Unlimited was throwing some uh a bigger trailer on a bigger hook. Yeah, dog, but the problem is that they spit out. I mean, they shake it out. That's the problem. That's my concern. Not really the size of the trailer or whatever. My concern is that they kept spitting it out. Today I lost 4 of them, dude, and one of them was a good one. So we're gonna try and make sure that that doesn't happen. And I feel like the way this hook is set up, it holds it closer to them, like pinned to their body, so that they can't spit that out. So there's a little bit of painter's tape on that. You just line that guy up, boom, and then shove that in there, and you're good to go. And then you're in the realm of Don's chatterbait. Oh, that's a little bit off. We'll have to fix that. This is made with like elastic, so why I use these, because they will not tear off. In fact, it makes it hard to put them on the bait keeper. But there it is, bros. It'll chill right there and handle business. This is what we'll throw tomorrow if the other one is starting to lose fish. If it's losing fish, we'll throw this. I mean, bluegill beds, there should be some kind of action based off of this color. So that's our game plan. We have that chatterbait. We have this chatterbait. And now let me show you guys those big hookers. As I was discussing these earlier in the show, the first Rodcast. Here's the other one this is the one that I was throwing today. That right there, it got them to bite, but the problem was that they wouldn't stay on. And it's got the blade with the holes. Mr. Creel said that these holes are so that it could leave a little bubble trail. I mean, I didn't know that, but he said it, so rip old paddle tail, swim bait, and half for a chatter trailer. So I've never really thrown a chatterbait with a paddle tail. I was not a guy who would throw a lot of chatterbaits, but ever since Don sent it, now I throw the chatterbait almost daily, right? Because it's what's catching, and I've always thrown it with that straight tail. Colin, we basically took out our bird's nest or our line twist on the on this spinning reel over here, and Z-Man makes a jerk shed that is comparable. Well, dude, this is Z-Man. I'm pretty sure this is a Z-Man bait, or I thought it was. Yeah, it's got Elastic right there. So this is basically Z-Man stuff. It's just the Zero and the Z2. There is a baby Z2, and that baby Z2 is kind of cool. I use them on my my minnows, my my jig head minnows. So I use them on that. But let me find a big hooker so you guys can see. Here's a mussel crawler. All right, guys. So here are the baits that These are the jigs that I throw, and I only throw these jigs because I got confidence in these jigs. This is the muscle crawler football jig. Now, who cares about the color? Whatever. They're $8.79 for two, not just for one, for two. It's about a half-ounce jig, I think. They sell these at what is it called? At the GTO, right? So this is a regular hook. The polymer knot is probably your best hook, bro, if you got problems with vision, because anything else is going to be, it's going to take some dexterity and some vision to see what you're actually doing. I haven't even thought about how I would do it if I couldn't see what I was doing. So the polymer knot is probably your best knot, bro. So this is the regular muscle crawler, right? But then they have the muscle crawler big hooker. And this is what I was talking about the whole time, guys, when I said do not get involved with the big hookers. I know that the conversation went all sideways, but this right here, this is the big hooker. And you can see how big this hook actually is. That thing, it's not even in line. It kind of bends around. I don't know if you guys can see that bend right there. So this should go straight like this on a regular jig and then come up in a little circle. But this comes all the way around up here. And this is the other jig. I don't know how I'm going to show these when both these skirts are wanted up. All right, here we go. Let's try that. How do I show this difference? There's a big difference in hooks. You guys see that piece that's out here? I don't know how to show that. But you guys see that? It's kind of like that. There's all this space right here. And that space, dudes, I think that allows the bass to, because let's say you're hooked up like this. This thing is just going to wobble all over the place. And I've had plenty of times where the bass just kind of shake when they come out of the water, and boom, my jig just goes flying. My jig just goes flying out in the water, and I'm all like, dude, what the heck was that all about? And I've lost some decent sized fish. This one right here, this one keeps it more pegged to the mouth. If you look right there, that's just a regular straight shank hook. Well, normal hook, I should say. And that right there, dude, I have very rarely ever lost one on this type of a hook. It's the other one. It's the big hooker that causes the problem. The big hooker, all that space right here where it can just toss and do whatever it wants. If you look, that hook should go straight here and then around, but instead it goes way up here, and I would advise against getting these big hookers. That's just me. I have some of them in the Tackle Tavern because I bought a couple. I was like, well, I'm already here, so let me buy a couple in these colors and go and use them. But these are the ones that I go with. The muscle crawlers, just the regular muscle crawler. And these jigs, they work. There's nothing fancy to them. Nothing fancy at all. I mean, the skirts are nice and whatever, but they work. Now, one thing that I will do on these, because what do you call it? Because I'm not usually in grass when I'm using these. I'm not in grass, so I will clip this weed guard right here. I will clip it because that way this really doesn't get in the way of the hook point. Not that it does um like really affect the hook set, but it does block the hook point for a little bit, right? So it'll push down. Now, when you do that, when you clip that off just a little bit, these will get they'll feel a little bit tighter, but I will definitely trim this off so that it's not in the way of the hook. And what do you call it? And sometimes, well, actually, every time when I have a craw, depending on the size of the craw that I have on here, right? So let's say the craw sticks out to here. Well, then I'm trimming all this. I'm trimming all this so that the arms are able to freely, flare out and do whatever. Because if you have this in the way as you're pulling the jig away, your arms have to push all this skirt out of the way. So I'll cut that off depending on the size of the usual trailer that I'm going to use. Yo, what's up, Tata? Depending on the size of the usual trailer that I'm going to use, I'll cut that off. But I won't cut it off straight like a military haircut. I'll cut it more like I went to Juarez and I got my hair cut in Juarez. So it'll be like there'll be little strands left here and there, but those are not going to get in the way of the arms too much, right? It will do a little bit of like they'll make contact, but it won't stop the movement. So, you just cut it randomly so that it's not just one even cut. I mean, I don't even know if that makes a difference because the fish might be all like, bro, I like the military style haircut, or they might just be all like, oh, it's not a straight line, so maybe it looks more natural, or whatever the stupid thought of a fish is. Who knows? But that's how I cut them. That way all this is not in the way of the arms out here. But these guys, these jigs right here, they have done me well. And so those are the only jigs that I buy. Unless, of course, I'm buying like a micro jig or something like that. If I'm buying a micro jig, then I will, what do you call it? I will go to other brands because these guys don't have micro jigs. You, when did you got big hookers, bro? Yo, Tata, yeah, we use a trailer, homie. Uh, it looks like this. It's that Z2. At least that's what I use, bro. Cause this trailer or this baby Z2, I mean Z2, because there's a baby Z2. Like the fish can pull on this all they want, bro. It's gonna be kind of hard to see. Pull on it all they want. That is not tearing, and it just goes back to where it's supposed to be. Now, if you use a softer plastic trailer, they're gonna tear that up. And this right here, they won't tear that up. So, well, it depends on what you're throwing, dude. So, like this particular color right here, this is like a orange with some green pumpkin in it. I'm throwing right now on this one. I just barely bought these. This is Arkansas Shiner. And I think, did Rabbit say that was Arkansas Shiner? Oh, I don't know. Somebody said that. You can make your own elastic, dog. Your own baits with elastic. Oh, very interesting, my dude. Yeah, so this is the one that I throw on these green type baits, but I'll throw this color right here, smoky shad. I'll throw it on the white ones. And dude, those guys last forever. It depends on what bait you're throwing, dog. So if you're throwing a white one, cool. Put the white trailer like this one right here. We got ourselves a white trailer on it. You got to match, bro. It's like when you go out and you got clothes, you got to make sure your outfit matches. If your outfit matches and your fit is good, bro, then the fish are gonna like you, bro. But if it isn't, they're gonna pass you up. So there is a difference in the blade. The blade is gold. This one right here. The one that this other one has, it's silver. So we'll see tomorrow if that one is not working, like landing the fish. I'm sure they're gonna bite it. That's not the problem. They're gonna bite it. But if they don't, because that's the last one that I have of Don's chatterbaits, that's white. So if they don't get hooked up and stay pegged, then we're going to switch over to this one and we'll throw that and go from there. But yeah, my dudes, that's the big hooker and the regular mussel crawler. So if you guys know anybody who wants some big hookers, because they've lost so many fish for me, bro. The big hookers, I don't like them. I like these mussel crawlers. These guys are the ticket. I'm assuming you could buy these online. I don't know for a fact, but you can buy them online. And one of the other colors that I like to get is the blue craw. That one right there. Blue craw. I'll get that one. The Mustache Maniac likes Mama Brim. And apparently I got Blue Flash. What the heck is that? No, maybe this has got to be Golden Flash. Yeah, that's got to be Golden Flash or something like that. Maybe it's Blue Flash. I have no idea. But he likes the Mama Brim. We each got colors that we like, and we'll throw them out there, the ones that we're confident in. So there we go, dudes. We got rid of the bird's nest. We set up for tomorrow. And there we go. We will be. Yeah, Kendall, they sell them at the GTO. In fact, in the summer, that blue craw color is going to kind of be hard to find. So I would probably go stock up on some of it right now. Get a couple of them. And I throw half ounce. Now, if I'm on the ledge or something like that, then I might go up to a quarter ounce, but most of the time, half ounce is good. That's what I've been catching. I've been catching them. The one that we saw this afternoon that I caught as the buzzer beater. That one was a mussel crawler. I don't even know what color it is. I'll check it. So you guys can get a closer look at it. I mean, keep in mind, it is an OG, so he's been through battle. I don't know what color this is, but that's what he looks like right there. Just a mussel crawler. And you guys can see, like I said, I trimmed that so that the arms can just freely move out here. This guy's skirt was exactly as long as the other one. But now you see how there's a couple little uneven hairs here? What? I just fished the jig head and the gulp minnow and set the hook perfectly into the upper lip every time. It is okay, bro. But not all of us are blessed with your abilities. So it is perfectly fine to be perfect, Colin. I'm just going to say, not all of us are at the level as you, but I'm really happy for you, dog. So, see how these were trimmed unevenly? There's a couple long ones here or whatever. I just trimmed them, like randomly just went and trimmed them up so that they would. You see, Colin, I can't even hold a jig in my hand without it falling out. So with that, you just kind of have free flowing of the hands as you're swimming away. But if there was a skirt on here, bro, that would like if the skirt was completely long as the other ones were, then that would keep that from really being able to float around and do whatever. So, he's been through some battles, bro. He's starting to chip right here. The coating on the head is pretty good, but it's yo, what's up, Al? We're just over here setting up tackle for tomorrow. But you can also see that I trimmed off the weed guard, because remember that weed guard went way far out there. So now it's barely touching that hook. I mean, I might even be able to trim it just a little bit more, but the other one was way out here, so the entire hook was covered with with the uh with the weed guard. So this was the one with a little bit of modifications to make it a little bit easier for us to try and get the hook set ratio of Colin, who clearly just goes out there and lands every fish that smells his bait. Oh yeah, dog. This guy is the one who goes out there and shoulder checks boulders. He don't mess around, bro. If you want to throw down boulders, he'll get out there and handle business. This is the guy who caught that fish and has caught a lot of the fish. I haven't changed colors. This color seems to be handling business, so we basically will keep throwing this guy until like the bite starts to die off, and then we have to go to that blue craw. But I'm not hating. That blue craw has caught me some good sized fish too. So this is also the one that I throw near that bridge, the bridge in Towns Creek, and it just goes out there and handles business. I don't think that this is a rubber skirt. So the rubber skirts, they will flare out, and then they would be like, it's like, I think it's called living rubber or something like that. And then when the water moves, they're just kind of slowly, moving when you're not even really moving your bait. So the the uh, the skirt puts in that action without you guys having to do anything. But I think this one just kind of flares a little bit, but it doesn't really, like move like the living rubber. So these guys will just watch him, and then if you barely wiggle it while he's in the rock, then he'll just, do this little setup right here with his claws. Now, if you had a floating claw like the Bizbait has a floating craw, and he will be freaking claws up. And if you're like this, oh, that's gonna look enticing. But I haven't thrown the Bizbait craw on this. So that's the setup right there, dudes. We will get out on the water. Kendall said that we should be good till 11. So more than likely for tomorrow, we are going to get up as early as we can. So we're saying, let's say about, we'll be on the water. We're shooting for 6 or before 6. But like I said, guys, I will tell you guys, cross moving how much versus how much reels move your bait. Colin, what do you call it? I move my bait super slow, dog. I just let them thunk, thunk, thunk. So I don't do the movement with my reel, bro. I just slowly dunk, 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 so that I can see how far my rod tip has moved. So if my rod tip is here and then I see that I've moved like that, then I know the distance that I've moved. If I'm reeling with my rod tip there, and let's say I pop it and then I reel, I don't really know what the distance was. So that's why when I drag sideways, and I just kind of feel dunk, 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 dunk. And I'm like, okay, I moved from there to here. So that's the distance that my jig moved. And then I'll reel back to it. And then boom, 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 boom. And then I reel back. And that's why I tell you guys, sometimes I'm out of position, because you wanna keep feeling the thunk, thunk, thunks. So you're like dunk, 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 dunk. And then you've gone out of your ability to set the hook. And then you have to reel back and then set the hook. So I usually only go to probably about that far and then reel back, so that I'm there for that hook set. So I'll be like bump, 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 back. Boom, 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 back. Because it's like sports, bro. If you're out of position, you're out of position. Tip colors, I keep storage box of skirts and a skirt kit from Tackle Warehouse. Make any color combo. L. I don't. I've been searching for a skirt. I had to steal it off of all these other ones, bro, because I don't keep any skirts here, dude. I mean, I used to want to make jigs and stuff, but I was like, you know what, bro, that's a lot of effort. I'm just gonna go buy them. So I didn't. I have a couple random skirts, but they're not the white that I was looking for. So I don't have a lot of material to do that. So Colin said, "Yep, that's finesse. It's just when I put it on the reel or put it on the reel, it's too fast. Move the bait with the rod, not the reel. Yep, that's how I do it, dog. But I mean, to each their own. Dude, my reels are 8-3 to 1. So if I just go like this, the freaking craw's already at the boat. So if the fish was looking at it right here and I reel, it just, and then he's all like, what happened? What did that craw just teleport to another spot? So that's why I slowly go boom, 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 boom. And then I just chill, reel back, boom, 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 chill and reel back, boom, 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 chill and reel back. Sometimes, because I'm not paying attention, I'm over here, boom, 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 boom. Oh man, I felt the bite. Now I got to reel in all that slack and come back this way. And then by the time I set the hook, well, it either dropped it already or it felt me and it's all like, oh, now I'm going to spit it out. So I try and stay in position to where I can reel back real quick and then slam them. 39 inches per crank. Dude, you go 3 feet with one twist of your reel? And the same goes for the worms, guys. With the worms, same thing. I reel with my rod rather than with my reel handle, because if you don't, dude, like you'll quickly move that out of there. And when you have like a drop and you feel it, you want to give back to it and allow it. I mean, if you got to hit the bail and give line, well, then you got to do that, because if not, you're going to pendulum all the way. The worm's going to be cruising with you all the way back over here as it's going down, rather than you throwing it off the edge and then you give it line, give it line, give it line, give it line. There's a difference between it falling here because you were giving it line to it falling here when you don't give it line and it pendulumed all the way over here, but the fish were over here right at the edge. So they'll be here on the drop and you just let it go over their head and just come all the way over here and get past them. But when there's a drop, like at that bridge where I fish, there's a drop. So I will pop it off and then I will give back. I will lower my rod tip to it so that the bait starts going down like this. And if for some reason I see it getting tight, I will pop the bail and then start feeding it line so that the bait can continue to go down here. Because if you don't, that sucker, you pop it and then, because it's like a 5-foot drop, dudes. And when you get into those boulders, you drop it and you just got to keep giving it line, giving it line, giving it line, or else you're going to end up back over here by the boat. And that's not where the fish are going to be. So that's how I do it. I mean, it might be sort of boring watching me and, slow roll that bait, but to get those bites, and I think that usually I get bigger fish when I'm fishing slow, but that's just me personally. I mean, you guys might love to fish fast and that's just as valid. It's just I like to fish a little bit slower, especially when the bite slows down, because these fools, they're just, you can't move them. You just gotta put it right next to them, right in their face, and then they're just gonna sit there and look and be like, all right, that's it. I'm eating this idiot. He's over here with his fancy claws and his freaking prom skirt or dress, whatever it ends up being, depending if you clipped it. It ends up being a dress, but if you trim it like I trim them, then it ends up being a skirt that you're wearing to prom. But either way, homies, that's how we get down. We will see you guys tomorrow, unless you guys got any other tidbits. Like if Colin wants to say, I've never lost a fish in my life. Well, Colin, now's the time to say it because I lost 4 today and one of them was good. So we will probably be out here early in the morning, dudes. I will put out a community post. Yo, what's up, Rons? Sorry about that. I'll put out a community post that will tell you guys what time we should be expecting to be out on the water. And I don't really have any adulting to do tomorrow. So we're just basically going to stay out as long as the weather permits. Because Kendall said that it is going to be good until maybe 11, which we got off at 10 today anyway. So we'll see what ends up happening. We might even get off and then get back on later on in the day if the weather looks good again. Dang, Colin, your legend is already. Did you guys hear that thunder? There's a storm rolling in right now, and the thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes, and another love goes cold. No, it's really, there's a storm over here, bro. I can hear the rain now. So we will get out there early in the morning, homies, because you know that morning bite. Yo, what up, Mike? You know that morning bite is it's usually good, right? So we'll get out there early in the morning and then we'll play it by ear, see what happens, and then or we'll play it by fear. Let's say that. We'll play it by fear because we fear lightning. Respectfully, we fear lightning because we don't want to get in touch with Sparky. But what do you call it? We'll go out there. We will handle business. And you know that we will definitely fish around and find out, homies. Calling your legend it is solid here in this chat. One fish at a time. Well, Colin, apparently I'm choosing wrong because one fish at a time, my bad, bros. I thought that's the way we were supposed to do it, guys. But maybe not. Maybe those Canadians, they just know some things that us Americans do not. So respect to Colin's dad and respect to Colin for carrying on those wicked fishing skills. So my dudes, I hope you have a wonderful evening. We have gone through the setup and we are going to get out there and handle business. Hopefully we can get a little mixture of this, that, and the other, you know, moving it around. Colin is definitely the most interesting man in the chat. We will give that to you, Colin, for sure. I guess that has to do with your norteño status. I don't always catch 4 bass with one lure, but when I do, it is a story that I will leave in the chat. Colin, you're always good here. Yo, I do have a buzz bait. It is in the Steve. It is in the chat. I mean, in the chat. The buzz bait's in the chat, Steve. Didn't you see it? No, I got a buzz bait. It's in the boat, dog. Yo, Kendall, right now I'm watching this Celtics Knicks game. Weren't the Celtics up by a lot of points right now? Because now they are down by 3. I thought they were up by like double digits. Who knows what happened? So, vatos, we will see you tomorrow morning. God willing, of course. We'll see you tomorrow morning, weather permitting. And it's time to get down and fish around and find out. Yeah, bro, the Celtics. The Celtics are What did I say? Did I say the Celtics and the Knicks? Because it's the Celtics. They were up by double digits, and now they are down by 3. Make that 2. Oh, no, that was a foul. Never mind. So, yeah, they're going to shoot free throws. But that's neither here nor there, bros, because this is a fishing channel. Remember, guys, if you are new to the channel and you'd like to subscribe, be sure to enter the 2.2K subscriber giveaway video, and you'll be entered to win a $50 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. So we'll see you out on the water. Peace out, homies. How does one end this type of live? Peace out, dogs. Wait. Hold on. Hold up. What I see, bros. Peace out, my dudes.